Are you tired of having a low power score on Supernatural, even though it feels like you're smashing every target full force? What if I told you you were doing it all wrong? My name is Ari with FitPro VR, and this is 3 things that you can do today to maximize your power output on Supernatural. Number 1, swing through the targets. Probably most obvious since coaches remind you of this constantly in your workouts, but what does swinging through the target actually look like? Well, let's picture a golfer, a baseball player, a tennis player. When they strike through their respective ball, they swing way past the point of contact in order to generate more power through their swing. 2 reasons for use in our context. To strike the target, or anything for that matter, with maximum force, you should make contact while the bat is mid-swing, not at the end of the swing, and not at the beginning. Following through is letting that energy you generated dissipate slowly, rather than just stopping at the point of contact, which would require you to adjust your swing contact. The second reason is, simply put, because our brain just works better that way. Your brain isn't able to micromanage the angle, velocity, and other parts of your arms and bat through the swing. Instead, we fix the beginning and end of a path. That way, we result in optimal angle and maximum velocity at the point of impact and let inertia carry the bat through the path, which results in the best hit possible. There is no change in the path once the release and impact point is passed. So yeah, the follow through is super important here. I just wanted to start with this point because it relates to my next 2 tips. Number 2, body position is everything. Okay, so we know the follow through is super important. We get it. Now it's time to position ourselves in a way where we can maximize the swing by increasing your range of motion. Since we're trying to hit the target mid-swing, a larger range of motion will create more power, thus increasing your power output and giving you a better workout. This is where Supernatural becomes a true fitness program, and why it drives me bananas when people constantly complain that Supernatural is just an expensive Beat Saber. Oh, it's just an expensive Beat Saber. It's not. It's really not, but that's a conversation for another day. So, to maximize your swing, you will need to actually do 2 things. First, start your swing as far away from the target as possible. The best way you can do that is to leave your hands in the position you ended in the previous hit until you're ready to swing through the next target. Meaning, if I swing up through a target and I see 2 downward targets on their way, I'll leave my hands up high, even if I have to pause momentarily at the top and start the swing much farther than I would if I just return my hands to center. That's how you increase the first part of your swing. To add even more range of motion on the end, you're going to need to swing past your hips and let the momentum carry you through the swing naturally. The hardest part about this is having the kinesthetic awareness to know where your feet are without actually seeing them. So if your feet are close together and there are 2 targets in line with your legs, you may need to open up your knees a little bit to make room. But otherwise, think of downswings more like a pulling motion. If you've ever seen a ski erg, it looks something like this. Adding a little squat, even if there's not a triangle, will add more weight to the momentum too. It'll also increase the force and the power percentage. Number 3, use the stretch shortening cycle to your advantage. All right, time to give you a crash course in kinesiology. There's this thing called a stretch shortening cycle that your muscles can do. To put it simply, your muscles are springy, and you can use this to generate more force. So when a muscle is forcefully lengthened, the muscle spindles engage a stretch reflex response to prevent over-lengthening and limit the possibility of injury. The engagement of these muscle spindles is thought to cause increased recruitment of motor units. In layman's terms, when you stretch a muscle, its automatic response is to shorten quickly and forcefully. Here's how you can use this to your advantage. When you're hitting targets that change your body position like this, after striking through the targets, stop your feet facing the new portal, but let your upper half continue a little bit farther. This will stretch your obliques, your lats, and some other contributing muscles to engage this stretch shortening cycle, which will then cause your next strike to be even harder and faster. You can do this in other situations throughout the workout. However, this is the most drastic of movements that I've found. This will also help you transition naturally, or supernaturally. So there it is. Once I started incorporating these things into my workouts, I increased my power output by about 10%. For some of you, this may come naturally. But for others, based on some of the videos I've seen, some folks play this game in the same manner they play Beat Saber. A lot of arm swinging, which is definitely incorrect. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these methods or if you do anything differently. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me build this channel and continue to bring you real fitness tips from a true fitness professional. Again, my name is Ari with FitPro VR, and don't forget to get your workout in today.